Meanwhile, Starbucks was down nearly 20% over that time. Now the company working to improve stores with a new training system rolling out this summer, making tweaks to help address ongoing bottlenecks in stores, including long wait times for beverages and handling unexpected surges in traffic.
Did you know Starbucks, with over 30,000 stores worldwide, is struggling to keep customers? They just posted their first sales drop since 2020. But it's not just them. The CEO, Laxman Narasimhan, says that the entire fast food industry is feeling the pinch. What is this all about? Let's find out. They reported a 3% decline in same-store sales in the first quarter of 2024. But hold on, when you adjust that for inflation, it's actually a 6.5% drop. And Starbucks isn't alone. Other big names like McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and Chipotle are all facing similar issues. On average, these companies saw a 1% drop in same-store sales, or 4.5% when you factor in inflation. So, what's probably causing this? Well, it looks like the American consumer is finally starting to feel the pinch. After years of rising prices and high interest rates, people are cutting back on their spending. And that $7 latte might be the first thing to go when you're trying to tighten your belt. Now, some companies are trying to blame the weather. Starbucks said bad weather dragged down their sales. Brands, which owns KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, pointed to January snowstorms. People have been dealing with the rising prices on everything, from groceries to gas, for a while now. At the same time, many haven't seen their paychecks grow as fast as these prices. So they've been stretching their budgets, maybe using credit cards more or dipping into savings. But there's a limit to how long this can go on. Now we're seeing signs that people are starting to reach that limit. They're looking at their bank accounts and realizing something's got to give. And often, one of the first things to go is those little luxuries like that fancy coffee from Starbucks. Now, here's where it really gets interesting. Even though people are spending less, new coffee shops and fast food places are still opening up all over the place. Think about your neighborhood. Have you noticed any new coffee shops or burger joints popping up recently? Chances are you have. Each of these new places is fighting for a slice of the pie. But the pie itself isn't getting any bigger. In fact, with people cutting back on spending, the pie is actually shrinking. This means that even if Starbucks was doing everything right, it would still be facing tough times. It's not just competing against other big chains anymore. It's up against that cool new local coffee shop that just opened down the street, or that trendy fast casual place that serves amazing sandwiches. All of this competition means that companies have to work harder than ever to attract customers. They might try to offer better deals, create new and exciting menu items, or improve their service. But with so many options out there and with people being more careful about how they spend their money, it's getting harder and harder to stand out. This is why big companies like Starbucks are struggling. It's not just one thing, it's a perfect storm of tighter budgets and tougher competition. And it's a trend that we might see continue across many different industries as we move forward. Speaking of competition, let's talk about coffee shops for a second. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the growth rate in coffee shops has surged up to 73% over the last 11 to 12 years. That's 3 times higher than the growth rate in overall food and beverage service. This brings us to an interesting point about Starbucks. Remember when they were the cool place to hang out? Maybe do some work or meet friends? Well, that image is changing. They're focusing more on drive-through and mobile app orders, which is actually causing some problems. Imagine you're in a hurry and decide to use your phone to order some food from Starbucks or another fast casual restaurant. You open the app, pick out your favorite drink and maybe a sandwich and hit order. The app tells you it'll be ready in 10 minutes. Great. You then show up at the store and it's packed, but there is a long line of people waiting, both who ordered in the app and those who are yet to order. This may make you frustrated and you may leave without ever getting your order. This happens frequently, especially during busy times like the morning rush. Starbucks has noticed that many people start orders on their app but never actually pick them up. It's not just a few people either. It's a big enough problem that the company is worried about it. Why is this happening? There are a few reasons. The stores are swamped with orders from the app, drive-thru, and in-store customers at once, making it hard for them to keep up. Also, many places are having trouble finding enough workers. This means fewer people to make drinks and food, which leads to longer wait times. And sometimes the store runs out of certain items, but the app doesn't do this in real time, so you might order something that's technically available. This isn't a Starbucks problem. Many fast casual restaurants are facing similar issues. Places like Chipotle, Panera, and others that have embraced mobile ordering are all trying to figure out how to handle this flood of digital orders without frustrating their customers. Customers might think that they have saved time by ordering ahead, only to end up waiting longer. For restaurants, it's a delicate balance. They want to encourage mobile ordering because it can be more efficient, but they also need to ensure they can actually fulfill all these orders in a timely manner. This whole situation shows how technology can sometimes create new problems, even as it tries to solve old ones. And it's a reminder that no matter how advanced our ordering apps get, there's a human element involved in making and serving our food and drinks. In North America, Starbucks saw a 7% decline in transactions in the first quarter of 2024. That's a lot fewer transactions. And this happened while they increased their store count by 3%. Now, despite seeing fewer customers, Starbucks isn't raising prices. In fact, their prices were up 4%. It seems like they're making up for fewer customers by charging more. But is that really going to work in the long run? Let's look at a Starbucks menu. We've got drinks with names like iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso for 55 cents. A caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino will set you back $6.95. Even a basic cold brew coffee is $5.15. And don't forget to add tax to that, and they'll ask for a tip too. Now, why should we care about all this? Well, this is a sign of what's happening in the broader economy. These corporate earnings reports give us a real-time view of the financial health of US companies. And when we see so many big American brands reporting revenue declines, it's because the economy might not be as healthy as some people claim. For months, economists have been predicting that consumers would cut back on spending due to higher prices and interest rates. It looks like that prediction is finally coming true, starting with restaurants and coffee shops. As consumers cut back, the competition for their dollars is getting fiercer. The customers who are still buying burgers and lattes are becoming pickier with their cash. This means companies have to work harder to attract and keep customers. And also, the number of coffee shops in America has grown by 73% since 2011. That's huge. It means Starbucks isn't the only game in town anymore. People have options, and many are choosing local coffee shops with more character and charm. Now, let's discuss Starbucks' performance. While the recent earnings report caused a big drop, the stock has actually been underperforming for a while. Over the last 5 years, Starbucks stock has been down by 5.7%, while the broader S&P 500 stock has been up by 70%. This suggests that Wall Street has been seeing issues with Starbucks' model for some time. So, what does all this mean for the broader economy? Well, it looks like we might be seeing the start of a consumer pullback. This is a big deal because consumer spending is a huge driver of the US economy. There's a lot of debate right now about the state of the economy. Some people are saying it's strong and robust, that stocks and housing prices will keep going up. But if that's true, why are America's biggest food service brands reporting such big issues? This wouldn't be happening in a truly strong economy. As we move through 2024, it's going to be important to keep an eye on these trends. Are we seeing the start of a bigger economic shift? Only time will tell. But these earnings reports from big companies like Starbucks can give us important clues. So, what do you think about all this? Are you surprised by Starbucks' struggles? Let us know your thoughts about this in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.